Alright, I'm going to talk about my helmet setup here and what I use and how I record my videos. So, first thing is the helmet. I bought the Scorpion EXO 500. A really nice helmet. Real comfortable. On the inside it's got the push button pump that pumps the sides of the mask to your face. Makes it feel real tight, real safe, real comfortable. About $150 for the helmet on eBay. It's got the I used to wear sunglasses with my old helmet, and now it's got the sunglasses built into the inside here. Almost gives it that Air Force look to it. Really nice helmet. The only issue I have with this helmet is that when the sun visor is up, it has a tendency to wiggle, and you want to keep your eye on it and watch it and look at it, and it kind of is a little annoyance. But other than that, it's been a really great helmet. So then I want to go into the GoPro. I have the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition. I went with the newest model. It's really good quality video. I like it. You can't beat it. I had the HD, the Bullet HD Pro, and that wasn't the greatest mount. Greatest mount. It didn't have the capabilities to mount it in the same spots. It also didn't have quite the video. It also, you could not hook a mic up to it. That was, so if you're gonna go for a camera, I'd say go with the GoPro. You don't necessarily have to go with the GoPro Black, but I had the money and that's what I went for. When I ride, I use the J hook clip onto the front of the helmet mount. I like the front mount. It gives you a view of the handlebars and a lot of the road, which when watching other people's videos on YouTube, that's kind of what I like to see. I had the Bullet HD hooked to the side of my other helmet. It was alright for, I mean, since you couldn't mount it on the front, that was where I had it. I also had it on the top, and it kind of gave it that way high up look. You couldn't see the bike. It felt just like you were floating. You had it on the side. You could see partially part of the helmet. It just, I didn't like it too much. So I went with the GoPro and went with the front end mount here. In order to get it on my helmet, I had to remove the vent flap on here, which I had to take the whole inside of the helmet apart to remove one little tiny screw, and then pull the vent flap off, and then that went right on. I just placed the curved mount on the front, pushed it on, and let it sit for 3 days, and let it adhere really good. It seems pretty safe, pretty good hold. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere, but if it ever did, I always run a extra little safety precaution to protect my $400 investment. Now the case I have here is a cheap $25 case off of eBay. GoPro's infinite wisdom they have the skeleton case, which if you're riding and it tends to want to sprinkle on you, that could damage your camera. So I want to keep it as waterproof as possible. So when I bought the camera, I ended up buying a microphone adapter, cheap one, off eBay, so that I can dissect it and change it into a flush mount. Like I've seen, I think one maybe 2 videos on it on YouTube. There's not a whole lot on this. So I bought it, resoldered it, bent it, so that I can plug it in and run it out the back of my case through the skeleton back. But when the camera got here and the case got here, I found out real quick, because these are slimmer, they do not allow for you to plug anything in the side and then put the camera in. There's not enough room in there. So if you're buying the GoPro Hero 3 Black Plus Edition, you can't do that with these. They don't work. So it was kind of a frustrating moment to find out that I couldn't do that, and I had to go and buy another case. All I did was drill a hole in it. I kept it all. Everywhere else is waterproof, sealed. And then from there, I have a little gasket on here, and I run this right into the side of the case. It's the GoPro 3.5mm mic adapter. From there, I run a 6-inch male to female mic adapter extension cord. Electrical taped it. It seems to hold pretty good. Pretty much waterproof there. Then from there, I run a. Let me get this out of here. It says Sony on it, but I believe that it is some fake Chinese crapola. But it's supposed to be the Sony stereo microphone. The number on it is DS70P, and it seems to work out really nice. It gives really good quality of sound. Over that, I run a windsock that I made. I used some fake fur. I ended up getting a chunk from my brother. He had a whole bunch. Sewed it on the sides. Sewed some Velcro on, and then just put the mic in there and close the Velcro, and it works pretty good. It keeps the wind noise down. And then I hook all that up. Now I also run the Sena SMH10, and this is really cool. Actually, I used to run old just earbuds that would hurt my ears after a while. Then I cut out some of the foam in my helmet and ran just normal headphones and had them fit, but I couldn't get the power out of my iPods enough to have the music loud enough to where it sounded good. So then I was going to go with they call them pocket amplifiers. You take a little AAA battery and it amplifies the sound that's coming out of your device into your headphones. That was like, God, I think it was like $30 or something for one of those little tiny things, and I just wasn't going to go for it. So then I went out and got the Sena Bluetooth. It's awesome with music. It's got the comm system between 8 people. It also takes Bluetooth through your phone, so you can take phone calls. I run Pandora through the Bluetooth. I also run a 3.5 cable all the way down to iPod or to the cell phone if I don't want to waste down the battery power. It's a pretty great device. It runs a little mic down in there, and Sena actually they just came out with a GoPro Hero Bluetooth microphone deal that'll probably run through this microphone and hooks into the back of your Bluetooth, or into the back of your GoPro. Now, the problem I see with that is the sound quality from the Sena to a cell phone call is real sketchy. You'll talk, it'll pick you up, and then it'll cut off the conversation, so there's not a whole lot of wind noise, which is good, but I think it's too strong. It sounds just really scratchy, and if that quality of sound went into your videos on the GoPro, it would make for really lousy recording. So this, I found, is the best way. Buy a cheap case, drill a hole in the side of the sucker, run the GoPro cable into a microphone, and just tuck it right inside I tuck mine right inside of the side of the helmet right here, and it seems to work out okay. And then I guess the last thing I have, the Sena, that cost me about 150, 160 I think. The case 25. The microphone was like 12 bucks. The 6-inch adapter was like 3 or 4 bucks. The GoPro mic adapter, that was, I think it was like 12 bucks. Kind of expensive for a little wire, but I wanted to make sure I got the GoPro to make sure it worked good. I wasn't going to buy another cheap one and have lousy quality sound. But then I went with the quick release clips. They're real convenient. You just click it on and you're hooked in. You're not fooling around with trying to finger feel around and find the loops and stick the fuck all that. Just get yourself a quick release. I think mine was like $7, and it just clips right in, and then you're locked in, ready to go. A lot of times I wouldn't even strap up just because I didn't want to fuck with all the cords, and that's actually really dangerous. I mean, you fall down and you don't have your helmet hooked up, your helmet's gonna go flying, you're gonna fuck up your face, and then what girl's gonna get on the back of your fucking bike, right? So just get yourself a quick release if you don't like fucking around with the cables, and then you're good to go. So yeah, that's my setup. I go with the neon green. Bike's neon green. Love green. But so if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and like and subscribe, and thank you guys.